Big news coming out of Jets camp. A couple weeks ago, there was a little bit of drama with Jamal Adams and the New York Jets. Jamal Adams still playing on his rookie contract, first-round draft pick, 6 overall, I believe, from LSU to the New York Jets. Has made 2 Pro Bowls already going into his 4th year. He is a stud of a safety for the New York Jets. Just a few weeks ago, there was a little bit of drama with the Jets and Jamal Adams because Jamal Adams and the New York Jets are having conversations. I don't know if it was about an extension or business in general. And the GM for the Jets told Jamal Adams that I will not even think about trading you. You're going to be a Jet, blah, 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 blah. Then, I guess just a couple days later or a couple weeks later, whatever it was, timeline being, there was rumors that people had called the Jets looking to trade for Jamal Adams, and he was potentially on the trading block. So Jamal Adams was upset. He said, hey, listen, this bloke just told me that I was going to be a Jet. He wasn't going to trade me. Now I'm hearing stories about him answering calls to trade me. Who can I trust if I can't trust a guy who's going to potentially pay me my lifelong dreams worth of money? And now he's telling me he's not going to trade me. Now he's thinking about trading me. Now, if you know the game of foosball that well and the business side of it, this is something that does potentially happen, though. Now, it's not cool. It's not good. Could the GM have said there's no way we trade Jamal Adams? For sure. But what are you supposed to do if you're the general manager and you get a phone call from, let's say, the Dallas Cowboys, which is where Jamal Adams, he's from Texas. He's a Cowboys fan, I believe, growing up as a kid. If they call and they say, is Jamal Adams on the trading block? And if you're the GM, do you say immediately, I just told Jamal Adams that we won't trade him, but I wouldn't mind listening if you want to give me a first-round pick for this or 2 first-round picks or whatever you're thinking? What do you do if you're the GM? Well, I think if you're the GM, you don't tell Jamal Adams to begin with that you would never, ever, ever be traded and set up that expectation to begin with. Now, they're in the middle of contract negotiations, allegedly for an extension. It's not going well. And Jamal Adams put out a very lengthy post in response to somebody who basically questioned him for wanting to trade or want an extension. Basically, he was saying this. I have time this morning, by the way, Jonathan Abrams. Do y'all just speak without understanding what y'all are typing or nah? Oh, I see what this is. I deserve to be paid, but when I ask to be taken care of, I'm being that guy, huh? What does Pat, not me, by the way.
You sure?
Now, when John Elway said this one's for Pat, potentially me. Okay. This one, not me. This is a different Pat, okay? This is Pat
Mahomes.
What does Pat have to do with me? Pat is about to get 40 to 60 M's a year. Well-deserved. That's my guy. But don't compare me to quarterbacks if you aren't paying me quarterback money. Shh. If I was about to get 40 plus, you wouldn't hear a damn word from me. Amen. And then he says, LOL, for real, for real. Don't use the pandemic excuse. Christian McCaffrey got paid not too long ago. Well-deserved. Great friend of mine. You're lost, my guy. I'm going to protect myself just like an organization will look out for themselves at the end of the day. And if you guys don't respect that, cool. It's all love. Maybe it's time to move on, okay? So that last sentence that he responded to, somebody else, Jonathan Abrams, not even to the Jets or anything else like that, was talking about how he's trying to probably work an extension. He thinks he should be paid, which, by the way, 2-time Pro Bowler and a rookie contract. I don't think you're that wrong or out of line to ask for a potential extension here. But now it's time to move on. Then the headline followed up after that a couple hours later that Jamal Adams is seeking a trade from the Jets. And then he even listed off teams, his agent or his representative listed off teams that he would potentially land or want to go to. So sorry to interrupt. If you're a man watching this, you deserve to have long, great... And you can do that now with our friends at Roman. Right now, you go to GetRoman.com. You get $10 off and free 2-day shipping on Roman swipes, which are guaranteed to make you have longer, more fulfilling every time you get in the sack. Now, let's get back to the fornicating action. Here are the 7 teams to which Jets Pro Bowl safety Jamal Adams will welcome a trade per source. That source right there, I can almost guarantee, is Mr. Jamal Adams' agent talking directly to Adam Schefter. The Ravens, great team. Cowboys, will they be a great team? They don't have a quarterback yet. If he wants to get paid, that might be a tough place to get paid because they're paying everybody around there except for their quarterback who's due $33 million if he signs his franchise tag on July 15th. The Texans, okay, there's a team that could potentially go on a run. Billy O's stooge. He just traded away DeAndre Hopkins, their best player, for a 4th-round draft pick to do who knows what. Will he want to bring him in? Who knows? Chiefs, they don't have enough money to pay Jamal Adams if he wanted to go there. Eagles, I think they do have money. I believe they do have money that could potentially get him. So maybe the Eagles are a nice landing spot, like a guy named Spin said during the break. 49ers, great team. Maybe need a safety. Seahawks, great team. So this is who Jamal Adams said he would welcome a trade if it was to happen. These 7 teams that are all very good teams, potentially great teams, but some of them are a bit cap-strapped more so than the Jets even are. So that's going to be a difficult decision. But I think if you look at this at the end of the day, I think Jamal Adams sees the dumpster fire that is the New York Jets and says, hey, man, I am a very good player. I know I'm a very good player. The world knows I'm a good player. I get voted into Pro Bowls. I'm in the AFC East over here. Even against Tom Brady the last couple years, I've made Pro Bowls. I've done my thing. Listen, I'm not going to have my entire career be wasted, especially if it's being wasted at an organization that the GM will lie right to my face, which is how he's feeling. Get me the hell out of here. I think that's what it is at the end of the day. Mike Francesa, Sports Pope, had a hilarious reaction to this news yesterday. He said they should trade Jamal Adams for 2 reasons. One, he's never going to be happy, which we don't know if that's true. If he said if he's got $40 million a year or whatever the right price was, he'd be happy for real. You wouldn't hear a word. He said that, so I don't know if that's accurate. And then the second thing he said, they lose with him, they can lose without him. That's what we got to think about, though. The Jets have not been a winning organization for some time now. If you're a great player and there's a business dispute and potentially a personal dispute with the front office, I mean, you're probably going to want to get out of that sinking ship as fast as possible, but they control all the cards over there, whether or not they want to move one of their best players that they've had in a long, long time.
Yeah, I saw that the Jets were like, we're not trading him. But if I were the Jets and I saw the Texans on that list, I'd be thrilled because I'd immediately call Billy O'Stooge and say Jamal Adams for Deshaun Watson and 2 firsts and see if he takes it.
Well, and I think Billy O'Stooge potentially does pull the trigger on that one. But they like Sam Darnold. Right? Maybe. I don't know. Sam Darnold was drafted before Gase got there. Le'Veon Bell deal was created before Gase got there. Gase does not like Le'Veon Bell, is what everybody says. Now, that could be wrong. That is just hearsay. But this Jamal Adams situation feels like he just wants to get the hell out of a sinking ship. And I don't blame him, by the way. I don't blame him. Now, the Jets drafted Braden Mann, punter from Texas A&M. Will that turn them into a Super Bowl caliber team? Potentially.
Possible.